Hello everyone and welcome. It's Alexandra. I'm happy to be back here on my channel and I appreciate your company. I wanted to let you know that I have added a new kit into my Etsy store, and today I'd like to dedicate some time and explain what to do with it, what you will get as a result of assembling all the pieces in the kit, how to assemble them, and there is also a freebie which is related to this kit and you will be able to find and download it from my Ko-fi page. I will include the link to it in the description box below this video. So the kit is called Easy to Fold Slides, and here are some of the slides that you will get once you are done assembling everything. The kit includes 16 pages. You will have 8 small slides once you are done assembling everything, 16 slides of the middle size, and 8 large slides, as well as, by the way, 12 pockets and various small pieces that you can use either as charms on your slides from the kit or as page tabs. Here I have a glassine envelope with various tiny labels that I have cut out from the pages of the kit, and I can use them on some areas of the slides. The small slides, if you want to know, they're about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Then the middle size that we have here will be about 2.5 by 3.5, and the large ones are 2.5 by about 5 inches tall. I really like these. I think they will be a great addition to a nature-themed journal. They're double-sided. So, for example, on this side, which is quite plain in comparison to some of these ones, you could use those tiny labels and add them in whichever places you want. Let me show you these tiny slides here. They include bugs. Then these ones, they have various like berries and fruits and flowers and dragonflies. And I love this one with the strawberries. It's so bright. This one and this with 2 beetles. Then more flowers. Then these are plums and butterflies. And the back also is embellished, so they all have decorated back, because from the way that you will fold these, you will have everything you need for your slide. You don't have to spend too much time matching, like where exactly you want this or that image to be on the inside. All of these labels are also included in the digital. You don't have to glue them down and spend time on that. Here are the large slides. Let me show you the back as well. And the one with the bird. I'm trying to show that to you so that it doesn't have the glare from the acetate. And some mushrooms. That's the back. And that's the last one from the ones that I have already assembled. This is how the pockets will look like once you cut them out and fold the flaps, so the slides can fit inside the pockets. And then those tiny labels can be also used for embellishing the pockets, because the pockets, well, some of the pockets could need a few more decorative elements on them, like a little number or a tiny label or a piece of washi tape. Some are more embellished than others. Back to the pages of the kit, I have saved a page from each one of the slides sizes, because I want to show you how to assemble these and what is the easiest way of doing it. So I have here the page with the pockets, a page with 2 slides of the middle size, a page with 4 slides which are 2.5 by 2.5 inches, and also a page with 2 large slides here. So we are going to cut everything out together, and I will show you how to fold them. Now here are the charms or page tabs. You will find these elements on the pages of the kit with the slides of the middle size, and there will be a larger charm and a smaller one. So the smaller one, once you assemble these tiny pieces, you will be able to use them maybe as hanging charms on your slides. So you can attach them either with the bulb pin, or you can attach them with a piece of thread, however you want. And then the larger ones, they're also double-sided, of course. This is how they look like, and once you cut them out, this is what you're going to have. So you can add these on the side of the page, for example, just like that, and they can serve as page marks or tabs in your journal. And of course you can add like a tiny eyelet in here and hang another charm or beads on the side of this tab as well. Okay, so I think enough of talking, and just let's assemble some of the slides that we have here. I will start probably with, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to show you the freebie that you're going to download from my coffee page will include 4 slides of 2.5 by 2.5, and this is how they will look like. They include portraits of people. You don't have to glue anything to the slides here on top, because they already have that tiny label and like a piece of tape on the side on each one of the slides you already have. And then the inside is also pre-made for you, so that's all flat. And this is how the back side of these looks like. So for these you will be able to download again, and these are free for you to play with and to use in your makes. So why don't we start with assembling these small slides together? I will take my cutting mat, and I will need a long ruler, and I will also use my retractable craft knife. So I am going to start by getting rid of the edges. Now I want to use still a ruler, and as a matter of fact you can use either your scoring boards or like me, just a ruler and a poking tool. I will hold it like that, and slightly pressing down on the tool I will score a line that will later on help me fold this part of the slides. Well, we'll be folding it this way, so I will be folding it like this. And if you want to know where exactly the line will go, you will see, I think you will see that super delicate white line in there, first of all, and also the distressed edge of this middle section of the slide will also kind of give you an idea where the score line needs to be. When I'm lining my ruler, I make sure that one end of the ruler goes between two of these rounded corners here, and at the bottom the same thing, it goes between the two rounded corners of the slides on this edge. So first I line the ruler and then I score the line. In case you're using your scoreboard, the process of lining everything up will be absolutely the same. You will just use your bone folder and score a line in the same place. Okay, so let's do it on this side now. The same thing. And now I can just fold. So we have done that. Now before we continue, depending on the weight of the paper that you use, you might need to cut just a tiny sliver off this edge of the slides if they cannot be folded flat. I think mine are folding pretty nicely. No bumps, no curves, nothing like that. So I'm good. But if you used thicker paper and yours do not fold nicely, you will take your ruler and a craft knife and you will get rid of just a tiny strip of paper from this edge of the slides, and you will try and fold everything together again just to make sure that it's all flat and good looking. Okay, now next I think what we can do is we can take our glue and apply it to this whole section with the images that will be the inside of our slides. And I can go ahead and fold it back. And that is done too. Now here you have like a little cheat sheet. It says cut out an opening and place acetate or vellum here, then fold the slides. So this is what we're going to do. We will cut out an opening. You can see that the corners here are rounded, and if you will use just your ruler and craft knife and cut it out, you will not have rounded corners unless, of course, you work it out with your scissors and it's just too much fuss. So I suggest to use a circle punch. For the small size of the slides, I'm going to use a circle punch, which is 1/8 of an inch. And for the remaining two sizes, I'm going to use the one which is like more of a standard size, and it is a 1/4 inch circle punch. That's the one that I have. I like the fact that they reach quite far from the edge of the paper. That's very helpful. So in this situation, I'm going first of all to punch out tiny circles in the very corners of each one of the slide openings. And since I cannot reach all the way to this edge for now, I'm going to finish first with the ones which are close to the bottom edge. Now I'm going to actually fold the whole strip of paper that I have, and I will start separating my slides. So just like that. Okay, this is one slide. Now I can reach to the remaining corners. And then once I'm done with that, I can take my ruler and cut a line between each circle's pair and get rid of the paper section in the center. And this is how it will look like. So we have nice rounded corners of the frames, and we only need to add a piece of acetate. So you are going to measure the opening on your slide. In my case, the opening is about 1.25 inches by about 1.5 inches. So I am going to cut a piece of acetate, which will be about 1.5 inches by 2 inches. So 1.5 inches by 2 inches. Since I will have 4 slides to make, I have already cut 4 pieces of acetate, and I recommend you to use thinner acetate. I'm going to use my art glitter glue and apply a very little amount of the glue around the opening, and then just cover it with this piece of acetate, and make sure that you position it in the center. Don't press too much with your bone folder on the acetate because the glue can start oozing out. And now I'm going to add more glue onto the paper area of this section of the slide, and also maybe a bit of glue again around that opening so that it's on the acetate. And now I can just fold it together like so. Again, don't press too much on top of the paper with your bone folder while the glue is still drying, but that's how the slide will look like. What's left is only to round the corners and maybe distress the edges if they're too white. I used white paper, so it's normal for them to be white. Now they're not white anymore, and that's how you assemble the small slides. Let me assemble the rest and show them to you. All right, so here are 4 of these done. Let's get to the large size, as a matter of fact, because they are assembled in a similar way. So I will take the next page from the ones that I have. Here it is, and I will, similar to how I did it previously, I will first of all cut out the 4 edges of the paper that I will not use. Okay, we're done with that. And now I will score a line for the future fold. Now we will try and fold these, and again we'll just make sure that everything can stay flat. This part will go on the inside and this part on top. So I think it looks fine. If you have any paper bumps, as a matter of fact, I am also going to trim just a tiny section of paper on this edge and check again. I think now it gets folded way better. Now I can separate both of my slides. Okay, still haven't cut through. Okay, now, and we need to get rid of this piece here. Okay, let's glue the section with the image down. Next, we need to punch out the corners, and this is when we are going to use our 1/4 inch circle punch. And as you can see, I can reach to the corner right there, but I can also do that from this corner. I am sure that most of the circle punches out there will not have a problem reaching to at least 3 corners of the opening that we need to cut out. If you have a problem with this corner, like depending on which punch you use, I think that corner you can try and cut out using your scissors. But I hope that most of you will have some kind of punches that can reach there. Now let's again measure what is the size of the acetate piece that we're going to need. I think that this time I will go with a slightly bigger edges than the ones that I had on the previous set of the slides, and I will cut my piece to 3 5/8 by 2 1/8. The process of assembling, though, will be the same. Here are 2 slides that we have assembled for now. You will have 8 of the slides of this size altogether. And now let's get to the middle size slides that you will have the most of. And here is the sheet that we're going to use for cutting out our slides. I will start, as previously, from getting rid of the white borders. Next, I will cut along the edge between 2 of the slides right here to separate them, kind of. Next, I will cut along this edge of the slide from here to about here, where the corners of these elements start to round up. Okay, up to here. I hope you can see that. And now, since this slide will be folded in a little bit different way, I'm already going to cut along the distressed edge that I have right here. Let me start cutting and then show you what I do exactly. So I cut the distressed edge of this section of the slide off, and that will again just help me fold it easier. Okay, so this is what we will have. You will not have that nice distressed looking edge on this paper section. But now what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in and line up its corner and the edges of both paper pieces together. I haven't scored anything, if you noticed. Now I'm just going to use my bone folder and press down on that paper fold, and it will be perfect on its own. And now I will just fold the remaining section on top and make sure that I line the corners here and here. Now when I hold them nicely together, trying not to move them, I will again just press with my bone folder and crease that fold at the bottom. So this is what we're going to have. Okay, now we can already glue down the section that will serve as an inside of our slide. We can glue it down, yeah, just like so. Now we will again use our circle punch and punch out the corners. Now let's cut out the window and measure, add the acetate and seal it down. That's the first one. I will also assemble the second one here. Two of these slides ready as well. And as I mentioned, you will have 16 of this size altogether. They're all so pretty. I mean, who can say no to a pretty slide in the gem journal? I love these. I love to use these, and they all look so cool. Let's get back to the pieces that we were left with on this page. So first of all, you're going to cut around the outline of this element. I'm just going to fold it together, lining up the corners. Okay, and you can, if you know that you're going to use it just as a charm, you can go ahead and glue both of the paper halves together. Or if you're going to use it as a page tab and you just need to prepare it for the future use, you're going to cut along the remaining edges using your scissors. And if you can notice, I just turn the paper to this or that side, depending on how it is more comfortable for me to cut the corners out. But now it's perfectly lined up and ready to be used on the side of the page. And we have now two labels. And then this charm will first of all be cut the same way as its bigger brother. Then it will be folded. Then I will add the glue, unless again you want to use this size as a page tab as well, maybe in a smaller size journal. And now I just need to cut off the white paper areas. And here is your tiny paper charm. You only need to punch a hole and maybe set an eyelet in there as well, and it will be ready to use. Of course, distress the edges if that's what you have done throughout this project. Now I am going to clean the area first and show you how to easily cut and score the page with the pockets. So first of all, of course, you can already, so that it doesn't distract us, you can cut out the labels, the rectangular labels here. And I will also get rid of these hexagon numbers. I will take a ruler and a poking tool first, and I will score along the flaps. And now I can use my craft knife and just cut off as much of the white paper as possible. I think I will at this stage switch to the smaller size of the ruler. Basically cutting along all the straight edges of the future pockets, and then I will use my scissors and finish off cutting the areas next to the curves. And once you will have each one of the pockets cut out, you will be able to easily fold along the edges and get your perfectly looking flaps ready. And this is how you're going to cut out the remaining 5 pockets. And once done, you will have 6 pockets that you can glue down to the right hand side of the page, and 6 more that you can glue down to the left hand side of the page. And of course, you will have all the slides which are included in the kit with the page tabs and various labels and charms. And don't forget about the freebie too. I hope you find this interesting. I hope you find this inspiring. I really like how this kit turned out, and I hope you will enjoy crafting with it as well. Thank you so much for stopping by, and talk to you soon. Bye.